board, beat it till I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Tanner Muse there defensively. The Buccaneers at 8-1 on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb it.
Walker hitting the ball is out. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their 25-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Lockett for the Seattle first. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Locke looks to throw it again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Block off a play action. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the...
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Balaj. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Here's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Noah Fant. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Flipped by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Walker now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Walker once more. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Now they'll throw with Brady. That's complete. Right around the 8. Touchdown! Noah Fant on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 30 on second down, Locke. It's caught, Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Locke gonna throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Suck up for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Locke now to throw.
Pass complete to his running back, Kalen Ballage.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 35 now. Now Locke. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find...
And now here's another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken around the 12. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They run it with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Locke. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
That throw by Brady incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Walker.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To Evans on the slant.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw in his lock. And he's got his target, Harris.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Demetrius Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Seahawks 14.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. To throw, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
2nd down, back to Fournette.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Wait, set.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And they take a knee.
Wait, set.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half...
Boys make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment. Told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up. I cannot quit it. I need it. I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting. I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the race and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me.
stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. Ain't leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh we. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh we. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
CeeDee Lamb to return it from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line, and so he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, Lawrence
Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. It's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Looking to throw.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down. Positive. Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Goes right back to Smith again.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 2nd and 2. This is Smith with a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
26 yards.
And the Bats post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now Lawrence to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dave Casper as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
2 teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Montana. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Montana. Over the middle, incomplete to Waddle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Montana going for it on 4th. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this...
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through. Drop top, something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans. Yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Lawrence going to put it up right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They go play action now. Lawrence
escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
This is brought in by Casper.
Finding room at midfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And he finds a man with a crossing route.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
26 yards.
And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Bledsoe. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Bledsoe. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Herman Moore, 45 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Boswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
Flush to his right.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of the game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
from the gun on third down. Bledsoe. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Throwing on first down. Bledsoe. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or they're athletic.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Jalen Waddle deep to return it.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. On first and 10, Bledsoe. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On fourth down, Bledsoe. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lawrence, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon.
Down to about the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Bledsoe.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Bledsoe. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Bledsoe. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bledsoe. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick in the game forthcoming. This a 33-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On play action, Lawrence.
Flushed out right. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Miles Sanders, 54 yards.
And the Seahawks strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Mix it up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense helped.
It's another one. We got another one.